Good Wednesday evening to everybody out there in YouTube land. Who do we have? So far, we have Brian and Scott. How are you guys doing? From my understanding, Iron Antler isn't streaming tonight, so let's all hope he gets his power up soon. Hey, 513 Trevor. Hey, 5 Mile. Yeah, so let's hope he gets his power up soon. He said some storms and stuff had gone through and knocked his power out, so he wasn't streaming tonight. So, hey, workman. And I think that's all on the news front. Some new videos out this week. I just watched Brad Green Mountain Metal Detecting's video. Watched Zero Discrimination's video today. Lots of people's videos out. Hope you guys are making the Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights premieres, and Saturday mornings. So how is everybody this evening? I figured I'd do a quick mail call. I was waiting to hear from Mark because he has not showed up yet. Maybe he doesn't know today's Wednesday. So you'd be just stuck with me. From Rob, FL Thunder Digging with Rob, I won. I think I was DAL. Hola, Taka. Hey, Javier. Patrick Parker, what's up, buddy? Rogersville, Tennessee. I think I was DAL a couple weeks ago on his stream. So from Georgianne, I have won some pay dirt. So you can see the dirt in there. Came the other day. I guess you got it from Troubled One Pay Dirt. So yeah, a little hard for me sometimes too, 5 Mile, but I try to catch at least one or two. I usually catch them afterwards and watch them, but I try to get to at least one premiere. I mean, that's how we get each other to support each other. Is by supporting each other, then we can get each other to support each other, you know. And she also added a little shovel, which I thought was cute. A little shovel so I could dig the gold. Hey, Viento. Hey, Asylum Studio. What a day. Mine was pretty boring except for physical therapy. And she sent a little pan. I don't know, maybe I'll make a video trying to pan this pay dirt with this little gold pan. I think it's cute. It's tiny. And a little tiny jar to put your little nugs in, little flakes. So that's what happens when you catch people's live streams and they do giveaways, and sometimes you're the winner. Scott, no, Scott's a winner a lot. So I'll throw that over there for now. I'm waiting for Asylum to say why our day was what a day. Let's see what Taka said. This will take a minute. Yeah. Google Translate. There it is. It helps. Only takes a second. Yeah, I got your email, Taka. May 21st will probably work out. I think that's a good date. I just didn't get a chance to email you back yet. Sorry about that. But hey, Tom Kingery. If I made videos, everyone's sick. Oh, I bet you were, Trevor. What do you mean you would? What do you mean you would make everyone sick if you was dancing? Hey, Timothy. Are you going to the barbecue on Sunday with Deep Search? I'll be there. Yeah, so nothing really exciting on this end. I hope a whole lot more exciting stuff out on your guys' ends. I'm waiting for you to tell me all about it because, still not digging. So I ran all around that field because I couldn't believe it. I bet I have on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts, I think, and I have a video. I live streamed when I found the Trime. Graduation this weekend. Nice. Okay. I know it is, Scott. I'm sorry I'm not going to be there. It wasn't. Hey, Angie and Rick, is it Family Adventures? I didn't come to that decision lightly. Um, but I'll be at next year's for sure. I really wanted to go, but just everything up in the air with getting the surgery scheduling for the left shoulder at the time, and I didn't know when that would be, and so I was like, you know what, let somebody else that was hoping to get a ticket buy a ticket on the alternate list, and I'll just go next year. Perfectly okay with me. I think today was the last day to register for DDPA. Me too, Scott. That's the thing. It's not really a hunt. It's just a group dig. Uh, I was joking with somebody that said I probably should have made it an event that everybody from all across America would come. Oh, I know it won't. See that, Tom? Because you and I won't be there, it won't be that epic. Hey, Loretta, LL. Um, that's because we won't be there, Tom. When we're there, then it's epic. Yeah, I think I had already talked to you in a chat once about, you said you weren't going this year. Looks like it's going to be a really good hunt. I'm on the page, so I see all the updates from Casey, and got a lot of stuff. Looks like going to be another good event. And hey, Frederick, and there's going to be a lot of YouTubers there, a lot of vendors there. Mind Lab, Nokta. I'm pretty sure Quarter Hoarder is going. Debbie will most likely be there. Or I don't know if she may. I don't remember when she gets back from Australia. I know she's going sometime next month. And today is the last day of April. So we have one more month of spring, but it's already been like summer like here. Um, which to me means we're going to have a really hot, dry summer again. We've already had a bunch of fires. Been a few more since that big fire that most of you saw about on the news or whatever down in South Jersey. There was one up in North Jersey somewhere, and then been a bunch of house fires over by me. Hey, Caney Valley, raining its butt off here. I think we're supposed to look. I think we're supposed to get rain. I think we're supposed to get some rains. Let's see. Sometime, I think over the weekend. Yeah. Saturday morning, then Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Looks like all rain every day. Saturday is like 50-50. Saturday is going to be another hot day. Almost 80. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will all be in the 60s, which is what it normally is. So right now says it's 71. I think it's a little warmer than that, but the sun's starting to go down. So rain here in Missouri, wind, hail, and tornadoes. Yeah, I heard there was a whole bunch of bad weather out that way. Share my referral link. It puts my referral link right on my YouTube. I'm not sharing it in my chat. StreamYard must be desperate. Hey, Lucky Duck. Sorry, hey, Lucky Duck. I've been getting those factor meals my friend sent me. 63 where he's at. I've been getting. My friend sent me a free box or whatever, and the meals were pretty good. But I can only eat green beans only so many times. They're good. All right, that's good. Yeah, I didn't hear from him since he made that post. Um, I still have the link, by the way, from Nightbot to buy Richie's book, Madison Main's book, if you guys are interested. But those factors meals aren't bad. They're a little pricey. I think it's like $55 for 4 dinners. Oh, thank you, Taka. Very nice what you said. Um, I'm glad everything got to you okay down there in Talca, Chile. Um, yes, I was ordering those factors meals, and oh, he doesn't have power yet. Okay. Uh, but I don't think they agree with my stomach either. So. They're very convenient. They're pretty tasty. Tonight's was braised pork chop, and I said, "Oh, that sounds pretty good." And then it said garden veggies, and I said, "Oh, okay, garden veggies." It was like 99% carrot, so they just lost me. I won't be ordering any more meals off of them. Mowing the flying field and didn't have weed, so I detected, found 2 shotgun shells, a bullet, a couple of screws, 2 nails, and a bolt. Well, you're cleaning up the ground. All right, JVP, still a successful hunt. Every single thing you just listed was a good signal, and it means you're digging good signals. So, this hobby is 99% trash and 1% treasure. Not every hunt is going to be successful. But yeah, so I'm just over almost 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks now. I'll be going up to my permission of Vermont. And yeah, Tim, come on, count your stuff. Hey, Dave Hart, 0.001. Depends on where you're hunting too. So it looks like 4 or 5 people so far. I think definitely want to come that weekend. Like I said, it's free. You can camp on the property for free. But next time I might charge. Might get more people interested if I'm charging people to go. I was doing it in Yodi's Finds. I was doing it in May because I want to get up there before the weeds actually grow up. Because even though the woods, it's wooded now. It wasn't 20, maybe less than 25 years ago. Yes, I will see if Gypsy wants to come up too, Talca. I will invite her to. Um, so that's a joke. I won't charge anybody to go hunting there with me. I will, I will definitely mention that to her, Talca, Lewis. I know 5 Mile. It's pretty far. It's maybe a half-hour drive from the Canadian border. I know the last time I went, I actually car camped. I slept at Walmart because I went in October, which is like peak leaf peeper season. So even the rundown no-tell motels were like $400 a night. So I was like, I'm gonna go and camp at Walmart, and the closest one really was in New Hampshire. So I was digging in Vermont and sleeping in New Hampshire. It's Wayne, yeah, Brian. Good day, mate. Yeah, it is a bit way too far from you. But if you ever come to all the way halfway across the world, you're more than welcome. I know it's far from you too, Yodi. Hey, uh, hey, Stacy. Uh, I would love to work. I would love to work busy time. I get it, Timothy. But I'll do it again in the fall. But like I said, the only problem is how much the hotels will cost up there. But I know Kay's digging it is going to do her yearly. Um, yeah, solo today. Um, no say where. Um, I have no idea where Mark is. Hopefully everything's all right. But I'm sure he might be having problems with his. Sorry, somebody just pulled up in my driveway. That's just Slash being noisy. No sé dónde está Mark. Taco. Where's the beer man? Hey, hey, hush. Hey. Sorry about that, folks. I'm sure it's a little more entertaining to me just not know when to talk about. I'm sleeping on the ground. Shish kebab. What did I say? Danny D, the spectacular supporter. Yeah, woof woof. He seems to think the driveway's for him only. But hey, hey, what did I say? Come here. Hey, come here. That's enough. Worst part is he knows who it is. Taco's laughing too. Timothy said, "Run free, Australia is not that far." Yeah, it's on the other side of the world. That's how my puppies listen. Yeah, they don't. He doesn't. He's stubborn, hard-headed. He only listens when he wants to. If I say, "Cookie," yeah, see, now he heard me. Doesn't hear me when anything else. Cookie? Nope. Now he has a new buddy. He has a friend named Ollie, who's a little Frenchie. I wasn't sure how he'd get along with him because he was attacked by a dog twice, the same dog. So he had a little PTSD, and anytime he saw another dog, he would look like he was going to be friendly, and they would go, ah, like on the defense right away. And but he gets along with Ollie. So now when I say Ollie's outside, he gets excited and jumps to go to the back door and go see Ollie. Let's see what Talca said. Thank you. Gracias, Talca. But yeah, that's all the exciting. I mean, I honestly don't lead a very exciting life at the moment. I haven't done much traveling except for to go to come out swinging. And that was interesting because I had a doctor's appointment the first day, so I had to drive from PA back to New Jersey, back to PA. Because I haven't really been digging. I'm wanting to very badly. So hopefully I'll get to soon. Probably not for long periods of time or anything, but just to get a little exercise, get outside, because put on a couple pounds right after I got out of work and from my injury. So I'd like to lose it again because I don't like carrying it around with me. And I did take a walk the other day in the woods behind my house. We have some trails back there, and I only walked for about an hour, but I think I died 4 times, maybe 5. So I know not to walk that far next time. But it was nice to actually walk in the woods. They ride their horses back there sometimes too. And it goes from my house to township property to actually to a permission I have. So I don't even have to drive to the permission anymore. I could just walk back that way if I survive the walk. If I don't die 25 times while walking. But that's just because I'm not used to it right now. I'm going to put what Taka said to you guys in the chat. Yeah, I'm so far out of shape, Ron. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I am. Hey, Mark, the senile detectorist. What I put in the chat is what Tackle just said to the chat. Oh, are you JVP? That's awesome. Yeah. My coworker who got it, she got hurt at work, and she was while she was out of work, she was going to physical therapy with me at the same time, and now she goes after because she goes back to work half a day. And I was leaving today when she was coming, and she was like, "I've never seen you wear pink," and I'm like, "It's like one of my favorite colors." So I have a few pink shirts. I don't wear them that often. But yep, my pink American Digger. Does anyone hunt morel mushrooms? I don't. I want to one day. Also, Brun, where I live at, even though a lot of New Jersey's, central Jersey is pretty flat, it's very mountainy where I'm at. As a matter of fact, the highest point on the eastern seaboard from Maine to Florida is right here in the town I live in, Atlantic Highlands. That's the highest natural point. I wear mine. I wear it pretty frequently. I like it. South Central Iowa. Yeah, I got this from Butch actually when I was at the Garrett Memorial Hunt a few years ago. He was like, "Are you gonna wear the shirt?" And I was like, "Yes, I will." So he gave me one. So I do wear it. Um, and when people see me out in public and they're like, who is that?" Like we're looking at it, and I'll tell them what it is, and hopefully maybe over time, with a couple people that aren't in the community see the shirt, they may be interested in getting a magazine. You never know. Mark is listening. Lucky Duck has a pink shirt too. Hey, Patty Dirt Clod. Well, I was actually surprised he gave me a shirt, JVP. Well, not a lot of people do. Hope everything's out there good out there in the West, Dirt Clod. I gotta get back into watching the I Dig Fridays before I actually get back into being part of I Dig Fridays again. Um, I admit I'm pretty slack, and I really can't sit at the computer that long to chat in the premieres, and I got to get a longer cord for my phone and play it on the TV and then chat on the phone. But chatting on the phone is a pain in the butt because you can't on the computer you can hit at and a couple letters of the name and the channel will show up and you just hit on it. Where on your phone you have to type it all in, and I try to remember everybody's names, but it's hard to remember everybody's names. Missed a lot of YouTube work, and I'm sure, don't you do landscaping or something? It's a busy time of year for you. Timothy, sorry. Yes. You probably should come up by me. I need some help in my yard. Weather is warming up. Lawn boy. um, so yeah, I don't really outside of DDPA, I don't think I have any other hunts that I'm going to this season. I'm still waiting. I just had the epidural injections 2 weeks ago now. No, a week ago? No, 2 weeks ago, I guess. Maybe 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago? On the 7th. They didn't do crap, by the way. It still hurts my back. So, but I had to get the epidural done in order to get Department of Labor to approve the spinal fusion. Nothing else has really worked. So, uh, after 8 years, you'll be weed eating till August now. Yeah, I bet weeks are coming up fast. I also picked the May date, also by the way, for detecting in Vermont because their spring's a little later than where I'm at. So if enough people do go and decide to camp on the property, then I'll camp too. But otherwise, I'm not camping on the property because there's moose and there's bear and yeah. I don't want the first moose, live moose that I see to be coming into my tent. And not at all interested in having a bear check out my tent or my car or me. So, but if there's other people camping as well, it's a little more busier, so it tends to keep the wildlife from encroaching. So we'll see. We'll see. It's still 3 weeks away. I'm sure you would, Yodi. Hey, Richie. Oh, I know they can. And there were moose tracks on the property when me and Dan were up there last time. It was definitely a cow and her calf. Um, it goes, big and little. But I physically did not see any moose there, and the footprints were not that fresh. Hey, DB, the bear signs of bear being there were not very fresh at all either. But this was also October when I went there, so I don't know if the bear using the foundation of the house to hibernate it in, but that's where the signs of bear mostly were. I didn't really see any bear scat too much. So it could have been old then. It could have, they might not use it anymore because part of the foundation is missing now. But yeah, I'm not, well, I'll go camping with anybody as long as there are a lot more people camp in a vehicle. I do car camp, but my Cherokee, hey, Patty D, my Cherokee is just a regular Cherokee, so it doesn't have a lot of clearance over your head. So it's not very good to car camp in, especially when you're chunky. A few years ago when I wasn't quite as chunky, or even 8 years ago before I injured my back, I was just looking at my old clothes going, yeah, why am I saving these? Would have probably not been as much an issue, but camping on the ground like the settlers, well, they could also walk around with pew-pews and pew-pew animals if they had to. They didn't need permits. But I thought about renting a car that weekend and like a 4Runner or something that has a little more room in it. Yeah, I mean, same here, Scott. I actually, when I do camp, I have a blow-up mattress. So, I mean, that's probably the closest I'll get to glamping. Um, otherwise I don't mind 100% primitive. But I mean, I prefer running bathrooms, actual bathrooms, but I'm okay with going behind a bush too. So I grew up hiking and camping along the Appalachian Trail and other trails with my dad. So, and you will one day, JVP. I'm not camping anymore. I couldn't take the back pain either. Yeah, that's why I said I bring a blow-up mattress. I know. I saw that, JVP. I saw the pictures. It's nice. Yeah, I have to have an air mattress too. I just did camping. Did I do it twice or just the one time? I did go to Maine last year and I camped. My sister and I, but she has a really big tent. It was a nice tent. All you have to do is just like pop in and all the sticks go up by themselves. It's cool. And blew up the 2 air mattresses. It was like a giant room. There was plenty of room in there. And it was nice. It was nice. It was a little cool. More scared of mosquitoes than bears. I ain't worried about mosquitoes. They're not pleasant, but I ain't worried about them. Well, if you put ample air in your air mattress, I mean, my air mattresses are really firm. It's like being on a regular mattress. Gonna pull behind. Hey, BB, that's what I plan to do. I actually plan to buy a storage or whatever, like cargo trailer, small cargo trailer. Hey, Georgianne. I just showed everybody the stuff you sent me from my win on Rob FL Thunder. Timothy has a cot. Mosquitoes will haul you off here in Maine. No, they'll try here in Jersey too. So yeah, I want to buy a cargo trailer, a smaller one. You know, like a 6x8 or a 6x10, and make it into a little tiny RV kind of thing. Mark just bought a new camper today. I thought about buying like one of those little scamps because now the scamps come with like a little bathroom and wet bath in them and stuff, and you can stand up. Those like the tab and the scamp, they now have them where you can stand up in them, which is what I would want instead of those little tiny scamps. I was like, they're cute and all, and they're nice, they're easy to tow, but I need to be able to stand up. And I thought about that. Then I was like, and a friend of mine reminded me, like, if something breaks in it, you got to bring it back to the dealer, the RV dealer, because it's like a built RV. But if I build a little RV type of thing with a cargo trailer, I've built it, so if something breaks, I can replace it. Um, yeah, teardrops, Yodi. Yeah, I like them. They are cool. So I was thinking about getting one of those. Now, if I could rent a little teardrop and tow it up to Vermont, I would probably do that just to stay in that over the weekend on the property. Yeah, I haven't got mosquitoes here yet. Not that has bit me, but I did get a tick. Got my first tick of the year. The butthead bit me too. I was not happy. But like I said, thankfully now when they bite me, I itch immediately. So I knew as soon as he bit me. Well, maybe not as soon as because I found them while I was sleeping. So I was like, scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. And then I felt his little body when I went to go scratch the itch, and I was like, son of a. Yeah, so I got and I'm not even in the woods detecting yet. So I don't even know how I got that. But I did. It was not fun. Might not sleep on the ground. And so yeah. Um, Sleeping victims, people sleeping in tents or on the ground are particularly vulnerable because they are less likely to be able to react to a bear attack and may be unable to fight back. Oh, see, that's the other thing too. I prefer to have two other people minimum in my tent with me, one on either side. So if something attacks the tent, I'll be in the middle. So I mean, I love my friends, but when we go camping, I'm in the middle. I'm surprised I haven't seen any ticks, especially with the dogs. Last year was bad with ticks. Yeah. Oh yeah, Timothy. It's true, but and usually the bear attacks actually where the people are unalived. Um, they don't tend to be brown or black bears. Um, it seems like more often it's like the grizzlies that will do that. Black and brown bears really don't want to have an interaction with us, and when they do attack, it's usually out of fear more than look, a giant walking meat stick, you know. Um, I think we'd be okay. Yeah, I'm sure. I just don't want to camp up there by myself. Hey, Wayne, thank you for the super chat. You guys just remember, keep in mind, the super chats are going to help get um, Patty D and Diana to, oh, come on, to an event in the near future, hopefully. If we raise enough, that's where the super chats are going. So you guys know. All right, thank you, Talka. I hope so too. Well, yeah, but like I said, the black bear more is if he's gonna attack you, it's because in defense, not really fear, but defense. You're in his territory and you stumble across him, whatever, and they will chase you. The grizzly, yeah, it's gonna. There's not gonna be much left of you. Boom, member for 14 months. Thank you very much, Wayne. Nice, JVP. Oh, thank you, Richie. I should have done the goal, but I didn't. But thank you very much. It is. Um, I know if Gypsy does her hunt in Texas again this year, um, I'll end up having to drive out because I'm not getting a real ID. I've proved to you enough that an American citizen and I live in New Jersey. I don't need a real ID. My driver's license up until recently was a real ID. So I'll be driving out. Um, so if Gypsy does her hunt again in November, Patty will be going to that. So let me bring this back. I sleep the right my pop up porty potty tent left. Um, thank you, Colleen. Appreciate it, guys. For real. I do. Also, speaking of super chats and memberships and things like that, make sure you guys haven't already gone over to Zero Discrimination. You should go over there and become a member. She's going to restructure her membership perks, make them a little more appealing. Um, you have a passport, which is yeah, you could use a passport instead of real ID. But I'm not like I renewed my license and like literally that day, probably not long after leaving. I looked at my license and said not for ID purposes or something on it, and I was like, wait a minute, what the heck is this? And I asked them, and they said, oh, that's not a real ID. What do you mean it's not a real ID? Now, in order to upgrade that to a real ID, I'd have to pay an extra 35 bucks or whatever and bring more information than you already have on file because, like, I just renewed it because you already have my stuff. Instead of mailing it in, I just brought the little form you get in the mail. And I was like, that's such a scam. You could have told me when I came to renew my license that I want that real ID because I'm going to need them in the future if I want to go on a plane. And I think that's just the start of it, but that's just me. But it's stupid. True, DB. But the thing is, I don't think it's so much. I'm like it's supposedly to prove your citizenship, like you're legal to drive a car. It's stupid. I don't agree with like I remember when they came up with the points, and that was after 9/11. And I was like, it used to be just a birth certificate. That's all you need. I mean, I've gotten my license replaced because I would lose it when I was younger. I'd be like, what did I do with my license, my wallet, whatever. And I would bring my baptismal certificate. I've had my license replaced with just a baptismal certificate. So no, it's just I had paid for the license renewal. Now I will have to pay for the real ID renewal. Like I paid to renew my license, which I think is like 22 bucks. Might be more now. And then I would have to pay again to get it to be a real ID. That's what I mean. Not it's cost extra over a regular license. It's just because I just renewed it. So now I have to replace that renewed card with the real ID and have to pay for the real ID. So I would be paying twice. So I was like, you know what? You can kiss my big fat butt. That's what I said too. And I just saw some headline somewhere that said New Jersey is like the most non-compliant state on the real ID issue. There's more people here not doing it. I was like, when my license expires next time and I go to renew it, then I'll get the real ID. But I'm not, I mean, literally the same day I just got my license renewed. Are you kidding me? So I'll be driving out to Texas again. I'll probably rent a car though. I don't want to put those miles on my car again. uh, but probably rent a 4Runner. JBP just finished up the 13th chapter of Richie's book. I'm telling y'all, Nightbot's been sharing a link if you want to get in on that book of Richie's. Apparently, Metal Detective Adventure Time still doesn't want it because he hasn't sent me his address yet. Hey, Silver Assassin Metal Detective Brian. I was just talking about the Vermont trip. I actually have a diagnosed obedience defiance disorder, ODD. I believe it. I'm just stubborn. If you'd have told me about the real ID that day, I'd have done the real ID. You didn't tell me. You get paid decent wage sitting behind that desk on your ass all day, just pushing people's paperwork. You could have told me. No, and I believe you, DB. I wasn't laughing at you. So yeah, I don't know. Were you planning on coming? I think Chris said he's coaching soccer that weekend. I think it's an interesting book. It makes you want to keep reading the next chapter. Yeah, it's not so easy to write a book either. If it was, everybody would do it. So yeah, if you want to get Richie's book, Nightbot has been sharing it. Richie said, "Thanks, JBP." Uh, my boss hasn't told me yes or no yet. If I'm off, I'm there. All right, sounds good, Brian. Um, but like I said, I don't remember who I was talking to, but I said that it's just like events, like when it gets closer to the date, that's when everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm coming." So they better message me before that weekend though, because I'm not giving out information after probably that Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't. Did I send you the town, Brian? I don't know if I did, but I'll make another post about it because I know Facebook. Like I could be really active on your Facebook page. I could comment and like your posts all the time, but Facebook will sometimes show me people's posts 5, 7, 10 days later. So I know that because I'm not entirely all that active, that a lot of people don't see mine as soon as I post them. Oh, okay. I'll send you the town name, but unless you know where Dan Nelson lives, it's that town. Dan's Lanyards. He actually lives in the town. So, but I can't wait to go there. I don't think I'll be detecting too much, but that's why I want to get people on that property because the owner is in her. I think she's like 81, and I couldn't, even if she was 20, and I had the rest of my life to detect it. I couldn't detect all of it. It's 300 acres. So, and the history on it is that her father bought it when she was about 7, 8 years old, and he actually changed the front of the house to the back and made the back of the house the front, so I know where they park their cars. Um, so there's a dump um, on what used to be the front, which is currently the back. That's newer since late 30s, 40s, up until probably the 70s, 80s, 90s. I know they've been gone about a little over 20 years. And what became the front of the house was originally the rear of the house, and so that dump is older, obviously. They didn't dump stuff in the front of their house. Everything around it was working farmland. So now it's all treed up, but it was working farmland. The trees are pretty sparse. You can see in my videos from last October. I think on both thumbnails it shows the house. You can see where I was detecting what it was like. That was the fall. The weeds were still this high, so it's not like everything died down yet. Um, then, not entirely sure when exactly the house was built. I know that the front of it was an addition, but even that's older. The back of it is definitely pretty much caved in, and that's older. The front of it uh, has asbestos siding, so it's pretty old. Even though when you go there and you see the foundation is cinder block, that cinder block is newer, and I think that's the reason why half the foundation is gone. They didn't have running water until from the bathroom, looks like the 80s. So I think when the town ran water up, or the water company, somebody talked them into a new foundation, because the cinder block is definitely not that old. But because it's cinder block, and you know, people have been lazy the last 40 or so years, nothing built today will last like things that were built 300 years ago. Uh, Half the foundation is gone. That's why I can't have people going in the house or under it, because you can go under it. I don't want you under it because the house is going to teeter one of these days. If it hasn't already, I haven't been in it over a year. Um, there's definitely artifacts there. She was telling me that when she was a little girl, she would walk the circumference of the property, walk through the fields. She would just pick up arrowheads, spear points, tools, all over the place. And not only that, before the people that her parents bought it from, there was originally five on these 300 acres was five different farms. They, I guess, the owners had bought those other four properties, made it all one farm. So somewhere on there are four more home sites. That's sad, Taka. But see, the more you grow, and the more people, and down by Chile, down in that area, there's a lot more people doing it than you think, and you may be able to drum up interest and get and start getting people down there into the hobby. You never know. You know, I would post on Facebook groups that you have in Chile. Hey, look at the things I found. As long as everything you're doing is legal, there's no issue with it. It is a detector's dream, JVP. Me and Dan hunted it a couple hours on the Friday before it got dark, and then we spent all day Saturday, and then a couple hours in the morning on Sunday. So we really didn't detect it. So I mean, I could technically still say it's undetected. We didn't grid it. We just kind of wandered all over the place, mostly by where the house is. And and I don't remember what exactly he found. He found a little metal thing. Turned out to be for a tube of glue from Russia. It was the stopper for it. They stopped making around 1920s. He found a pocket watch that dated to about the 20s. So that would be before this woman's family bought it. I found, and he found a 1965 dime, so he missed it by a year. I found a couple D buckles and stuff, a little older. I also found a Keyday Queen Vic and a fish scale, 1917, I think it was 1917, Canadian nickel. Really, really tiny. Um, so there's definitely stuff there. And more people there, more things will be found. Our foundation is big rocks. The house is from 1860. Nice. I don't know what the original foundation of this house looks like. I got to ask her for pictures. Like if she has any from when she was a little girl. Nice, JBB. Ooh, nice, Mark. Let's see what Doc will say here. Oh, and after this tonight, I'm going to see Revenge of the Sith. Was back in the theater for a short period of time. I think tonight's the last night. Aw. This is alright, Doc. Like DB said, I have to. I don't know why it won't let it all fit in here. Woohoo! 7 months. You rock, Tom. Without you, I wouldn't have channel support. Trying to get this to print all of what Taka said. So I'm taking out some punctuation. Please don't think it was Taka. But for some reason, it wouldn't fit all the words in English. I wonder if it'll do it on StreamYard. Let's see. Because it's not doing it on YouTube. There you go. It does on StreamYard. That's what Taka said. And it doesn't want to do it on YouTube for some reason. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to see Revenge of the Sith here tonight. But he said, it's more of a friend, Rachel. You won't believe me, but here in my city, almost no one knows me because of the channel. I'm better known outside my country, and I thank you and all your friends for that. And I know it says for the, but for some reason it wouldn't fit all the words. But yeah, for that. Well, you got to get the kids. If you have nephews, nieces, sons, daughters, grandchildren, whatever, get them involved. It spreads. That's how we get people interested. I mean, I think a lot of people here started because they saw somebody on YouTube. Sounds like fun, Rach. I'm barely awake. Oh, field day. I remember field day. I had fun on field day. I don't think I got too many ribbons, but I had fun. Maybe first, third place here and there, but outside of that, not too much. I'm teaching my great nieces and nephews now. I'm old. I've got a few of them too. Not entirely sure my great niece will be all that interested into it. The oldest one, maybe the second, the middle one. And then I have a great nephew. And then my son's supposed to come up this summer with my grandchildren. And Bryson will be about 2.5, so that's not too early to start. And oh, you have a club seated hunt too? We have our club barbecue. But you can't use a shovel because they said no deep digging. But my shovel has a short blade, so. This community rocks and the people are awesome and caring. Much love to all. Well, much love to you, Patty D. No, saying this is how we support each other, I know that I know I missed a dream stream Friday night. I missed Angie and Rick last night, but I try to make the lives as much as I can. But like I said, a lot of times, it's on my phone. And it's just really hard to chat. But I do try to make a point when I see somebody's premiere. If I happen, like I'm checking on YouTube and I see somebody's premiere, and I try to get in there and check out the premiere. I'm awake Saturday morning, so I have pretty much not much of an excuse right now, not digging, to not watch at least some of the Silver Saturdays. Um, so I just gotta make it. It's just I can't really sit here that long to be on the computer, which is easier chatting, as we all know. But I mean, I tried to do the, hey guys, I'm on the phone, so just one big hello to everybody. But then, like 10 minutes later, after everybody said hi to me, somebody new comes in and they're like, hey. And then I'll say hey back to them. Like if DB came in late and to a chat and be like, hey, Jersey Ray, I'll be like, hey, DB. But I didn't single out everybody else. I feel bad. So, oh, Mark gave away your book last stream. Nice. Nice, Richie. I'm just waiting on Metal Detecting Adventure Time to send me his address. Because I didn't say that night that you don't have to be there. And I know Tim, and I know he's working hard, so I know eventually he'll send me his address. He's trying to cut down on YouTube time so you get more stuff done. I know, it's like, I know you're here. I need your address. You never sent it to me to send you the book you want of Richie's. Oh, nice, Colleen. Yeah, it's like going down the rabbit hole with YouTube. You can get just all of a sudden 4 hours pass by. You're like, what? I only watched like 3 videos. But it's almost like I haven't had cable in 3 years now, and I do not miss it. I do. Well, I get Peacock through my phone. I'm not really sure how I get it. I don't pay for it, so I can watch Law and Order SVU. I've pretty much been watching that since the very first season. So I realize I have to catch up because I'm behind. I'm stuck on watching reels at times. Oh yeah, I watch a lot of reels too. I don't really watch too many shorts on YouTube because I watch so many reels on Facebook. 1.5 million views, nice. Roku all over the house. Yeah, I have Roku too. I bought a Samsung TV, so I don't have Roku on that. I mean, I added Roku channel to it because I have a Roku for my bedroom. Old name Rufus. Hey, Cavalry Relics. Howdy, howdy. I really don't miss cable. I really don't. I have some streaming services. I don't remember I have Paramount. I pay for that because I actually got really into Yellow Jackets. That wasn't that bad. And it's not that expensive. It's $8 a month or something. You just deal with commercials, whatever. I think it's BS that you have to have ads, and then pay more for no ads. But eventually, the pay more for no ads becomes ads again. So it doesn't matter. But the whole point of streaming services was you were paying for a service and not having ads. Now, like with Amazon Prime, why am I paying for Prime TV? Like 90% of it now is you can rent or buy. What? I'm already paying you to stream. Netflix is getting a little bit better again because for what they're charging, they need to be better. For a while there, it seemed like a good year. All the shows, everything on there, the movies, they were all dubbed. They were all foreign. There was a couple good. There was a Vikings one that was from Norway, I think, and that was actually really good. It was funny, but for the most part, they're all coming, and it's ridiculous. And like, you're seeing ads now when the whole point of a streaming service was you were paying to not have ads. It was like cable, not have ads. So I really only pay for. I had Acorn. I don't know what happened to that, but I saw the Detectorist movie. I don't need it anymore anyway. I have AMC because I was watching The Walking Dead, but now I can end that. AMC Peacock, I get through one of something I have. I don't know. I think my phone. my cell phone. I don't know. I know I don't pay for it. And I pay for Paramount, Netflix, and Prime. Like I said, I'm gonna do away with Prime. I hardly order anything on Amazon anyway. Boycotting a hobby of mine. I had to. No ad streaming. I boycott anything that has ads. Well, YouTube's getting ridiculous with the ads. I'm just gonna put that out there. They're getting super ridiculous, even on channels I know are not monetized. And now they like to tease you. They'll have like it looks like a 15-second ad where after 10 seconds you can skip it and just start watching the video. But now the skip button will sit there, that ad will finish, and then it'll have 90s, that's 90 seconds, and then you have to watch halfway through that before the skip button turns to next. Then you can hit the next button and it'll go to the last 5 seconds, and with a skip button that's dark, and then sometimes the skip button doesn't even come on. It'll finish that ad another 15 seconds. And I'm like, this is, yeah. But, Richie, as you notice, there's none on mine, right? There's none on yours. So when a channel's monetized, when they're setting up their live stream, they have an option to have their live stream monetized. So they could shut that monetized off when they set up their live stream and turn it back on when they're done streaming for anybody who replays it later. I mean, I'm gonna say right now, I like Jason. I like Quarter Order. I'm in a stream sometimes, and I feel a little more obligated because it made me blue. But those ads are annoying. They're super annoying, and sometimes because I'll do it on the computer as a mod, and the ad will come up and it'll put an ad, printout above the chat box, which now lowers the chat box, and you can't get the chat box back up. So I have to refresh the page. When I refresh the page, I get another ad. I have to wait to skip that. So now I've just missed about 15, 20 seconds of the stream. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, they all spy on you, JBP. Everything. Your phone is listening to you. Google is recording everything you Google. Everything. They do spy on us all. Wednesday the 21st. Sí toca. Miércoles 21 de mayo es bueno. Es bueno. They definitely spy on us all. They pick up the highlights. They pick up on highlights. Look, you don't even have to search something. Do this as a test. Pick something random and talk about it with your friend. Like, ads are always something I'll never buy. True, that too. Just pick up something. Nike shoes. Nike sneakers. Jordans. I think they're Nikes. Talk about Nikes. And now I'm talking about Nikes. You guys that are on your phones, your phone is hearing me say Nikes. Tell me if you get a Nike ad. You could just talk about stuff. It happens to us. Talk about playing golf. Leave TV on. Well, my TV's on a lot. Actually, when I go to sleep at night, I turn on Netflix because after a certain period of time, hey, ficus and toast. After a certain period of time, it'll say, "Are you still watching?" And it gives you another few minutes, and then if you're not, it'll shut off. So literally, my TV's on, but nothing else is on the TV. Oh, I boycott Nike. I don't buy Nike. I used to be huge on New Balance because they were the last sneaker made in America. And then I guess it was 15 or so years ago, they started outsourcing. And then I was like, oh, great. Now I can buy any brand. But I mean, I like New Balance. But I wouldn't buy the other brands because they were all made overseas. And I was like, Nike, New Balance was made here. And then when they weren't anymore, boom. What choice do you have now? So I wear Skechers now. Oh yeah, they're good for that, Tim. They are. They are. They're like, so check out this video. And I'm like, ah. And then it's an ad. I'm like, you son of a. Let's see what Taka said. I'm gonna end this stream pretty soon because I gotta get ready to go to the movie theater. Uh, no, let me see. No, Taka. Yo, Vivo in New Jersey. I used to DB. I mean, I still do, but New Balance shoes are made in the town next to me. Yeah, but they weren't 100% American made. That's why I stopped buying them. So yeah, we'll end it on that. No, DB said I like New Balance shoes. I do too, but like I said, good night, Loretta. Um, yeah, I guess we'll end the stream now. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful rest of the week. Like I said, support each other as much as you can. I know it's physically impossible to watch every single person's videos. The only thing I really truly like about the shorts are is you're able to see more people's content in a shorter period of time, but it does take away from the long form content, which is what we do spend our time making. It's Sunday, Tim. Um, but outside of that, anyway. So enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you all in the chats. Um, don't have to repeat it. You guys already all know. I know every one of you here knows who's streaming when and where, and what time, and who's premiering and what groups are premiering. Um, so I don't really need to tell you more than that because you guys already know. But support each other, be be kind to each other, and be the reason someone smiles. Well, not today because it's almost over, but tomorrow. Be the reason somebody smiles. Have a great rest of the week. If you're going out doing anything this weekend, I hope you find lots of bucket listers and uh, just a productive treasure seeking adventure, no matter which treasure you're seeking. And I'll see you guys again next Wednesday night. And I think that's about it. Probably see you in the chats. Well, tomorrow's Jason, quarter after show. So, and then Friday's the dream stream. I can't believe it's the last day of April. Part of CIA. Musket listeners. Oh, is that what I said, Richie? Yeah. So be kind to each other. Be the reason someone smiles. And have a great night. Peace. Oh, before I say peace, and thank you for all your support and being here every Wednesday night. If you know bored people and you want them to come be bored with you, let them know. This Wednesday night hasn't changed in over 3 years now. So, peace. Have a great night.